My name is Vlada Pradelina. I am a visual artist. For the last few years I've been working with food, whether it's around like gathering people around food and opening conversations, gathering memories, or it was a sort of political space also. And I did this with my research project, and it also was part of like my collective work with my collective called Eathouse. So somehow it was always connected to food. But for the last few years, I've been doing it in the role of a facilitator, mostly. Whereas from this year, I have been focusing on my own personal work, and I've been kind of using the same techniques of these gatherings and guiding conversations on myself. So I've been facilitating myself. My project here in Entorns, I've called it Shedding. It's a sort of working title. I don't know if it will stay, but for now I'm calling it Shedding. Here I am mostly focusing on the material itself. So I've been for a while now playing around with bioplastics. And it's always been sort of in the back burner. But now I have a whole month in Entorns to be able to focus on this material. The reason why I've called it Shedding is because I want to create a sheet of bioplastic that's big enough to make a projection screen. And I want it to resemble skin. Because now that I'm in this process of like looking into my personal history or my personal memories, it's almost like I'm shedding skin, like I'm kind of opening up things. And the vision that I have is I've collected I think a whole hour of material, footage, when I was in another residency actually in Finland. And over there I found myself in a place that really, really reminds me of a place that I grew up. So all the landscapes were super like similar. Of course, it was a completely different place, but just like the environment was just always reminding me of these things, and I wanted to record it. I think I was just recording it for my own self, and now I want to bring it in and just like shine it onto this skin and just see what's underneath. So far, I've been having a lot of bioplastic tests. A lot of them have failed. There are now some very promising ones. Because I've been playing around with corn flour and potato flour. And I really like this kind of like accessibility of these materials, that you can just like get it from the kitchen cupboard or like from the nearest shop or from like scraps of the kitchen. Or here I've been going on walks and picking up pine needles also just to kind of find a way to strengthen it to make a big enough sheet of plastic. Or playing with straw. There's a lot of straw around because it's a village with cows that eat straw. So it's really coming together, like I don't have to pick and choose with what material is what anymore. I've been writing and I've been kind of trying to understand why I'm drawn to these practices of like foraging, gathering material, gardening, cooking. Like they're all kind of interconnected, but not... It may be like obvious to others, but not to me or something. I just didn't really know why. And then I came across a book that already was sort of in my periphery, but actually was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and read it. And it's Eating in Theory by Anne-Marie Moll. She's really talking about the bodily experience of eating. And then she says things like, when you eat something, you have a whole world inside you. Because she's given an example of like when you go in a city especially and pick some stuff up, there's like bananas from this country, spice from this country, and then there's all these like different countries, and then you put it on your plate and then you ingest it and you have an entire world inside. And she's referenced also a lot throughout the book the phenomenology of perception. It's philosophy, but it's very much like trying to say that we perceive the world through the body. It's not like it's just like this cognitive mind. It's like everything is interconnected, basically. And there's a beautiful line that I read the other day, and it's still in the introduction, basically. And it says, perceiving is not remembering. which was really, really nice. So now I'm kind of understanding my work more through this, because it also felt like all my writing recently and my work has been based in this kind of memory, or maybe even like nostalgia, and bringing these moments into my work, and then feeling strange about it because I'm in the now, so it feels kind of irrelevant. But then to read this was really like, okay, no, but you can't change this, like, because we all have these fragments of memory that we are carrying with us all the time in the now. So for me it was just really, really nice to kind of be like, oh, okay. So it's been nice that I had time to kind of like really think about my work, or like rethink it, or go much deeper than it used to be. But I think it's really centered around the body. Like, the idea is that I'm now experiencing things through the body, because I think before being a facilitator it felt like I didn't have a body. And now it's kind of, I'm placing myself, my body with its memories, feelings, senses. It's all there.